Yo, what is going on, guys? Gabriel Santos here. Early morning, just finished my Tuesday beach workout. So badass. But today's video is about how it's okay to smoke pot and it's okay to not smoke pot. And the context of this message in this video really is to release any sense of guilt and shame you have over wanting and liking to smoke pot. And hopefully by releasing that sense of guilt and shame, you can actually be freed up emotionally and mentally to make a decision from a clearer headspace, a clearer emotional space. And the reason I say that is because I can't speak for everyone, but for myself and people I've worked with, we can sometimes make smoking pot like this morality thing, like, oh, it's bad or wrong. And so if we smoke, it's wrong and bad. And like, there's this feeling of like, it's a sin, like it's bad, it's wrong, you're a bad boy, you're a bad girl, you're a bad person, you're a failure, something like that, right? So much meaning, disempowering meaning. And the reality is none of that's fucking true. And you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. You're really allowed to do whatever the hell you want. And I know that a number of you are really young still, meaning like high school, college, still dependent on your parents. And so your actions aren't independent yet, right? They're dependent still on your parents. And so, and not only that, right? Even if you are older, if you're someone whose sense of approval and validation is dependent on the world, then you can feel that like, oh, smoking pot, that's bad and people are going to judge me and all this. And so the reality is that you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? And that's not to be like, that's not to influence you to just like make stupid decisions and justify stupid decisions. It's to let you know that you can actually do whatever you want. You can smoke pot in the morning right when you wake up. You can smoke pot all day long. Like, truly, that's an option. Like, you can actually decide, like, that's what I want to have. And I think what happens is we aren't actually present to the true impact of what smoking around the clock is like, because we're caught up in some guilt, shame, right? We're trying to run away or outdo a guilt and a shame, and we're not actually present to like, oh, smoking all day long actually hurts and sucks because I'm not fulfilling the rest of my life's goals, right? But because we're so fixated on just running away from some guilt, shame, or anxiety about something, we're not actually present to the true impact of like, oh, like actually, you know, because from experience, I gave myself full permission to smoke as much pot as I wanted, which was new for me. And I did it. And then I start to realize like, oh, like there really is a limit as to how happy and fulfilled smoking pot around the clock actually makes me, right? I got clear that, oh, what actually makes me truly fucking happy, like at my core, is to live a more well-rounded life, a well-balanced life where, you know, I earn my happiness, or I create my happiness from a more sustainable place, right? Where I'm producing it in some other form than just like smoking weed because I'm depressed or whatever. And that's not to knock people who are depressed, because that's a thing too, y'all. Now here's the thing. I really do get that smoking pot like alleviates a sense of depression and anxiety. And if you're in a position where like you're suicidal, or like, you know, you have cancer or something really, really bad, and pot is really what gets you through the day, then that's actually what it's for, like medicinal. But if you're someone who isn't in that desperate place, and you're someone who wants to have more control in your life, wants to have more true emotion, and wants to be free from a marijuana dependency, then one of the things you'll have to deal with is figuring out how to transcend your anxiety and depression without using marijuana. And the reality is when you take marijuana out of your routine, you're going to feel depression and anxiety that you haven't dealt with. But the only way to transcend that is to face it and to look inward, like, what is this about? What is this depression and anxiety about? And you're going to have to learn skills. You're going to have to read, you're going to have to watch books, you're going to have to get coaching, you're going to have to get mentorship from people who have done it before, who do it every day, and actually build yourself. And that's something you might not want to hear, but that's the fucking truth. To get where you want to be for your character, your money, your health, your fitness, your relationship, your self-esteem, you actually have to build it, and you have to work on it internally. And ironically, believe it or not, you have a natural sense. We all have a natural sense of self-worth, self-respect, all that. But we have conditioning, we have trauma, we have bad experiences, we have environmental influences, we have, a poor upbringing. But trust me, as a baby, you were born fucking perfect, right? Doesn't matter if you were tall, short, black, white, yellow, whatever. Like, your essence, your soul, like, it's there. And so the process of being that way again is working on those conditionings and those traumas and learning skills, like I said, and taking responsibility for the inner world. And on the one hand, that can feel overwhelming. That can feel not fun, not sexy, not easy, right? But it's the truth. And so you get to make the decision. And I can almost bet that one day, whether it's tomorrow or 40 fucking years from now, you're going to be like, man, just smoking pot to handle myself, it works, but it doesn't work. And my encouragement to you is to pray or meditate or deeply reflect on who you want to be for the rest of your life. Do you want to die this way? Do you want to die this way? And I know for most people, it's like, no, obviously not. But this is what's at stake. You're gonna die one day. And you don't actually know when. Kobe Bryant is the number one, for me, example of that. You have no fucking idea when. You really fucking don't. You really don't. None of us do. And so, first of all, take care of yourself on the day-to-day. If that means having to smoke a J, then so be it, yo. There's nothing wrong with that. But in addition to however you want to smoke weed, take a look at the rest of your life. How are things going? And then address it. Dude, if you want to fucking smoke pot and like go to the gym, then do it. If you want to smoke pot and like do your accounting, then do it. But don't use marijuana as your excuse not to go do your fucking life. Cut that out. Cut that out. Smoke as much weed as you want, but don't ignore your life. And actually give a damn. Actually give a damn. 1% of a damn. For real. And so, smoke as much or as little as you want, but look at the rest of your life. What do you want for the rest of your life? And then go and do that. And adjust your marijuana intake based on how happy you actually are with your real life. Your real life. Not your pot at home life. Okay? There's nothing wrong with smoking pot. But it's really just pot, guys. And so dig deep. Look for something more than that. And I can almost guarantee you'll figure out like, oh, it actually feels better to go through the struggle. It actually feels better to overcome. It actually feels better to build true sense of self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. It absolutely blows smoking pot out the water when your life and yourself is in tune. Okay? Bet. And so stop avoiding taking on that journey. I don't care if you bring the pot with you, but you gotta go on that journey. All right? And consider you already are on that journey, but it's not about you versus pot. It's about you versus yourself so that you can live a great life and help other people do that too. That's what's at stake here. Your fucking great happy life and the great happy lives of others. So do what you will with pot, but take a look at what your life is like and then make some fucking moves. All right. So that's it. Love you guys so much. All right. Do what you will. Stop using marijuana as a scapegoat. Stop making your whole life about you versus marijuana. Look at the rest of your life. You can still smoke pot and take a walk. That part's on you. If you take a walk or not, that's on you. Don't be like, oh, I got fucking stoned. Whatever. Go on the walk. And if smoking pot makes you lazy, then stop being an idiot. Okay, I need to go on the walk first. Be willing to like get through 2 seconds of pain. Build that up. Build up the stamina. Build up the mental fortitude to be like, oh, I know that it's going to suck, but I just got to go. You know, build up that muscle, all right? So you can do it. You are doing it. I love you guys so much. And yeah. All right. Until the next video, love you all. Peace.